Dear friends and faithful, what I am about to reveal to you could shake the foundations of your faith and forever change the way you look at the future. The words you will read are not the product of fantasy but the result of an in-depth investigation involving the highest circles of the Vatican and the ancient prophecies of Nostradamus. Are you ready to discover the truth behind the events that are shaking the world? Pope Francis, the spiritual guide of millions of Catholics around the globe, is now facing an unprecedented challenge. Nostradamus' prophecies for 2024, long ignored or considered mere historical curiosities, now seem to be materializing with unsettling precision. The Holy Father, known for his strength of spirit and unwavering faith, appears visibly shaken by the revelations that are emerging day by day. But what did Nostradamus truly predict for our time? And why are these ancient words causing such turmoil within the Vatican walls? To fully understand the scope of these revelations, we must take a step back and examine the figure of Michel de Nostradam, better known as Nostradamus. Born in 1503 in Provence, Nostradamus was a pharmacist and seer whose prophecies, published in his book, Les Prophéties, have fascinated and disturbed generations of readers for centuries. His quatrains, written in a cryptic and allegorical language, have been the subject of countless interpretations over the years. Many have tried to decipher his enigmatic verses, finding in them supposed references to historical events such as the rise of Napoleon, the two world wars, and even the 9/11 attacks. But it is in 2024 that three of his prophecies seem to converge in a way that has caught the attention of the Vatican and Pope Francis himself. The first of these prophecies speaks of a great king of terror, who will descend from the sky, bringing chaos and destruction. Many contemporary interpreters see in this quatrain a possible reference to a natural disaster of catastrophic proportions, perhaps linked to the climate changes already straining our planet. The second prophecy, even more disturbing, seems to predict a global conflict involving the world's major powers. Nostradamus speaks of two great rocks, clashing for many years, bringing famine and pestilence. In an era where geopolitical tensions are at their peak, these words take on a particularly sinister meaning. But it is the third prophecy that has truly shaken Pope Francis and the entire ecclesiastical hierarchy. Nostradamus speaks of a great scandal that will strike the very heart of the Church, threatening to destroy centuries of tradition and faith. Some interpret these words as a reference to shocking revelations that could emerge from the Vatican's secret archives, questioning some of the fundamental dogmas of Catholicism. Faced with these alarming prospects, Pope Francis has convened a series of secret meetings with the highest prelates and prophecy experts. Sources within the Vatican report that the pontiff spends hours in prayer, seeking guidance and comfort in his faith. But even for a man of his spiritual stature, the weight of these prophecies seems overwhelming. In this moment of uncertainty and fear, it is important for us, the faithful, to unite in prayer. Let us recite together, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Now, dear readers, I ask you to reflect on these words and what they mean for you and the future of our faith. Do you believe that Nostradamus' prophecies can really come true? Or do you think they are merely forced interpretations of ancient texts? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you feel the need to join in prayer with other believers, leave a comment with the word, Amen. But let's return to the prophecies and their impact on the Vatican. Some experts believe that Pope Francis is considering making an unprecedented announcement to the world, revealing details that have so far been kept secret regarding these prophecies and their possible significance for the future of the Church and humanity. Others believe the pontiff is working behind the scenes to prepare the Church to face the challenges that may arise in the coming months and years. One thing is certain, the atmosphere within the Vatican is charged with tension. Cardinals and bishops gather in extraordinary conclaves, animatedly discussing how to interpret the signs of the times and how to guide the faithful through what could prove to be a period of great tribulation. Some within the Church see these prophecies as an opportunity to renew faith and bring believers back to a more intense and conscious religious practice. Others fear that the publicity given to these predictions could cause panic and drive the faithful away, pushing them towards extremist or sectarian interpretations of Christianity. Amidst this debate, Pope Francis remains a central figure, trying to balance the need to prepare the Church for possible future challenges with the desire to maintain calm and hope among the faithful. His recent homilies have touched on themes such as the end of times, the universal judgment, and the importance of faith in times of crisis, without, however, making direct references to Nostradamus' prophecies. But what do these prophecies really mean for us, ordinary faithful? How should we interpret these signs and prepare ourselves for what might happen? It is important to remember that, throughout history, many apocalyptic prophecies have proven false or misinterpreted. At the same time, we cannot ignore the dramatic changes happening in the world around us. Climate change, global political tensions, economic and health crises, all these factors seem to converge in a historical moment of great uncertainty. It is in this context that Nostradamus' words take on a particularly unsettling meaning. However, it is crucial to maintain a balanced perspective. Our faith teaches us to be vigilant and prepared, but also not to give in to fear or panic. Jesus himself warned us that we do not know, neither the day nor the hour, of the end of times, inviting us instead to live every day in faith and love for our neighbor. In this moment of uncertainty, it is more important than ever to strengthen our community bonds and support those in need. Prophecies, whether true or false, remind us of the fragility of our earthly existence and the importance of living a righteous life dedicated to good. Pope Francis, despite the worries that afflict him, continues to be a beacon of hope for millions of faithful. His message of mercy, compassion, and care for creation resonates more today than ever. Perhaps, some suggest, Nostradamus' prophecies are not so much a condemnation as a call to renew our faith and commitment to a more just and sustainable world. As we approach the conclusion of this article, I invite you to reflect on how these revelations affect your life and faith. Are you worried about the future? Or do you see in these signs an opportunity for spiritual renewal? Do not forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. Your voice is important in this dialogue about faith and the future of our church. And if you want to stay updated on further developments regarding these prophecies and the Vatican's reactions, I invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. There you will find insights, analyses, and reflections on these crucial issues for our faith. Dear friends, let us remember that, whatever the future may hold, our faith remains our beacon in the storm. The words of St. Paul to the Romans resonate more than ever today. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall trouble or hardship or persecution or famine or nakedness or danger or sword? No, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. May the peace and grace of God be with you all in these uncertain times. Stay vigilant, stay faithful, and above all, stay united in prayer and brotherly love. The future may be uncertain, but our faith remains firm. And with these words of hope and encouragement, we conclude our journey through Nostradamus' prophecies and their implications for the Church and the world. May God bless and protect you, today and always.